For all the wonderful things you've done, for all the victories that you have won, as joy comes with the rising sun. Kutiaga Allah, for giving us your only son, for letting us to stand as one, for giving us hope until you come. Kutiaga Allah, Shiabamu, right you are, Shiabamu, Salam, Silvashi Kutia, Kutiaga Allah.
Hello and welcome again to One-on-One with Ann and Priscilla. My name is Priscilla Ozodo Acevedo, and this program is presented by International Committee on Nigeria, ICON. It's such a blessing to be met here again with my co-host, Ann. It's such a pleasure to have you here, Ann. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to be here again with you too, Priscilla. And I'm looking forward to this episode and exploring some more stories.
Awesome. So just to give you a little bit of background from last week, we discussed with a wonderful lady who was gracious enough to share about her traumatic experiences being attacked by terrorists and having her home being burned down. Now, she talked about the trauma that came with that and the confusion that came with that. And she spoke about the importance of their voices being heard as they speak about this trauma. What are some of your thoughts on that, Anne?
I would say that there are so many stories like hers and hundreds, thousands probably. And so it's really important for them to have their voices heard. And that's part of the step of processing trauma, by acknowledging what's going on, their losses, because there's so many losses that are involved with trauma. Some of them are seen, physical, houses, some are less visible, concrete, but like security, a sense of community, those kind of things. And so many feelings are wrapped up in those: fear, anxiety, and then it affects each person's life differently. So maybe children are affected in school. They can't concentrate well. Maybe youth have a difficult time finding jobs or doing things that they think will help them to process this, but end up really hurting them. And then there's widows who have to take on everything that the father used to do. So there's just so many ways that people are impacted by trauma in Nigeria.
We're going to keep hearing from this same lady. We spoke to her last week, and we will hear a little bit more about some of the things she's been going through and how they've been responding to being victims of all of this.
Right. And Priscilla, we are going to learn about, how to get more involved, whether we're in Nigeria or in America or around the world.
We actually tried our best by helping in cooking and giving out food to people that were affected. For me personally, I am a victim. Our house was burned. So there are means of helping people through cooking and at least giving people shelter. We've not seen anything yet. We've not seen anyone. If they are coming in the future, fine. But for now, we've not seen anyone. Since when I was growing up, I've been hearing about it. And still up to now, we've not seen the end. Yeah, the solution is just that the government should try to provide us with security. And then even people out there that can help, even outside the country that can help us, should assist us, because things are not really easy with us here. So the only thing is the government should help. I want them to know what we are passing through, like the killings, burning of houses, making people homeless. There's no food, education affected, people's destiny being cut short. We want the American government to know what we are passing through. And then if they can help us in the aspect of security, if they can do that, honestly, we'll appreciate. Even helping in the aspect of food and other things, because there are so many women that are widows now and children, they are orphans. So they need food and other things. We would have sponsored them in school. If the US government can help, we will appreciate that.
That was a lot. I don't know about you, Anne, but that was a lot for me to hear.
Yeah.
But something that was striking and significant for me was at the beginning, she talked about how they were banding together to help take care of each other. These are victims. She said, me, myself, she's a victim. And they're banding together to cook and to try and shelter people who might have it worse than they. And I'm just very touched and moved by how intentional they are about caring for each other.
Yeah, I think it really speaks to the resilience of Nigerians and how they manage. I mean, as an American, it's very difficult. As an American, if you have not been to West Africa, you may not understand what security looks like. And we always have options. We always have the ability to contact security. And there's no protection there. Yeah. So it's a very different thing. I don't know, do you know what security might look like in a good context in Nigeria?
Honestly, it's almost non-existent because from what I know, if you're not rich enough to hire your own security or megad, as we call him, megadi, if you can't hire your own person, it's almost non-existent. It's not like here where you can pick up the phone and call 911 if you have an emergency. There's almost, especially in the rural villages, there's nothing. So if there's a crisis, they go through it, they survive it, and they're mostly on their own. And I think that's what has created such a tight knit, such a tight knit among communities, because they had to protect each other. There's nothing much about security. It's also important to note that she said we need help. And we'll come back to that in a little bit, but we just want to hear from another young lady who just gives us a brief insight into her struggles.
Jos, Plateau State. There was a bomb in the area and it affects so many people I know and so many people in my side. I was scared and I feel pain about all what happened then. I was shocked at that time. As in, are they going to, is what's happened in Jos, is it going to come true in Kaduna? Like the bomb, the people dying there. We want them to help us for food, as in question the government about what's happening. As in they are keeping quiet, they are not doing anything about the killings.
Wow. There is a very clear cry for help in a situation where people have no means of connecting with each other or with security. And I just want to take a moment and kind of break it down for you, how you can help. How can you get involved? And from my perspective, I'm going to talk to my fellow Nigerians. That's how we say it in Nigeria. My people, my fellow Nigerians. How can you get involved? I want to address people who may be in the bigger cities like Lagos, Ibadan, Benin, Abuja, where you may not be feeling the intensity of this crisis. And things might just be normal, and you might be saying, why are they being talking so negatively about Nigeria? Because people are being affected. you may have been like me, where I knew in the back of my mind that things like this were happening, but I felt so disconnected from it because nobody I knew personally had been displaced. Nobody I knew personally had been hurt. But my people, oh, we need to help. So some of you might say, what should I do? What should I do at this point? I will tell you. Very easy. That's why Ann and I are here. First and foremost, be like me. For some of you who may not know, I recently just got connected with Icon, and my eyes has been open to things that I was kind of vaguely aware of, but I didn't know this much. Educate yourself. Learn more.
Yeah.
icanhelp.org. Learn more. You can also help by donating money. First of all, before you donate, hold on, pause. Before you donate money, share the word, spread the word. You might know these things and you might be learning, but your cousin, your sister, your friend may not be learning. Take this link. It's as simple as a click the share button. Just click it and it's off to more people. Get the word out there. They've asked us to hear their voices. Share this video. Participate on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Share this video. And then if you go to icanhelp.org/engage, you can find out how you can donate. And as you click the donate button, it will tell you what your money can do for individuals or for families. You can donate whether you're Nigerians at home or Nigerians in the diaspora. You have something, you can help. And the other way you can help, Anne is going to talk to us about how Americans in America or outside of America can help. Anne, can you just shed some light? Because I can just speak from the perspective of being a Nigerian. I don't know how much Americans in the US, they might be saying, I'm so far away from this. How can I help? How can I get involved?
Right. I think it's interesting that you said even Nigerians may not know what's happening. And I think it's true. With the news today, we see flashes, we see articles, and we don't know in Nigeria what the scope of these deaths are, of these killings. They're silent. They don't always get news attention. And so even though I've lived in Nigeria, I've seen, I see news flashes, but I don't know what the extent is until I start reading. And icanhelp.org is a great resource to go to and find lots of facts out. And also, you can also email at any time and ask us questions, make comments. We want to be conversating with you. We want to know what you think. I think for Americans, the awareness is big. Education and just being aware. That's a huge part of a step towards action. And so sharing this video with friends, family, putting it on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is a great way. And then have discussions with people that you run into, your family, friends. That's a great way to start.
I just want to say it's so easy when you're comfortable to say, that's sad for them, and then go back to your life being normal. I want to challenge you to do the opposite of that. I've stated the obvious, which is what most of us do. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Do something today. Do something today. Go to icanhelp.org, click on the engage page. You can get us involved with your church community, get a community together, your church, your fellowship, your Bible study, your school, and have us do a Zoom presentation with your organization. Or you can go to icanhelp.org as an American, and you can actually connect to your representative in the government and ask them to get involved with this conversation. There's something you can do today, not tomorrow, today. Okay?
Yeah, that's great, Priscilla. We need to help advocate for these women and children, especially, who are left so vulnerable in this country. So please reach out. Please help us to hear their stories and listen with us next week as well. We are so glad that you could be here with us and to be engaging in this conversation with us.
Yeah, and if you have questions for us, specifically for Ann and I, and you want us to get involved in a conversation with you, or you have suggestions of things you'd like us to address in this program, you can leave a comment right now on Facebook, or you can comment to our post on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Icon Help, and you can hashtag one-on-one-ANP or one-on-one-AP, or hashtag hear their voices. Again, that's hashtag hear their voices or hashtag one-on-one-AP. And we'll respond directly if you just want to respond to something we've said on this program, or even ask a question. We'd love to connect with you. We want you to be involved with this conversation.
Yeah, we sure do.
And do you have anything else to add before we sign off?
No, I think this is a great start, another great episode, and it's just great to be here with everyone.
Thank you all so much for tuning in once again. Share their story. You've heard it, now share it. We love you, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your week.
Thank you.
How